Okay, and we are back. And did anyone have any general ideas of anything they would like to accomplish on the ship, or would you like your the training monologue, if you will?
Well,
Um,
that depends, Isaac.
Mm-hmm. What does it depend on? You're scaring me.
Level 5.
You would like
First it was
to?
Dragon Ace and now
Did
it's
we have
level
not
5.
used our spells one time?
I know, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We could create a new system of like how good we become at our jobs. Like that can be a level system at like how good of a cook you can be, or how good of a navigator you can be.
No,
You leveled up. You're level 5 now.
On a serious note, I would personally be quite okay with time skipping to Melitus.
Okay.
Or I mean, I don't know
happy
if we're
with-
gonna, fight a kraken or something, but
Been there, done that.
yeah.
Missa would like to check in with Devon, and I also haven't done the medic stuff with Kai, or I'm
Yep.
assuming that's the training montage thing.
Yep, that'd be a part of it because it's not everything's pretty healthy at the moment. So there's not too much for Kai to actually be doing right now. Is the
Fair.
yeah.
Yeah, all good.
Oscar's journey is basically is going to be spending a lot of time in prayer to Regox, trying to sort of get their feeling of where they are and where to go next, I guess.
Okay. Is
Yeah,
he
and spending.
Is he trying to ever spread the word or do missionary work within the ship, or is he just keep it to himself?
Nah, keeping it to himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, and then just
Like I said,
mastering. Yeah.
Missa would like to check in with Devon, just keep an eye on her over the time. Go to see if she's noticed any change or any discomfort.
Did you want to have like a conversation, or are you just keeping an eye on her?
A bit of both. She would like to have a conversation, actually, so she's
Okay.
gonna find her, knock on her door. Hey, you there?
Hello.
Hey, it's just me. Sorry, I know that's a good book, but are you okay? You haven't really been sleeping well lately.
It will be resolved. Do not worry.
Yeah, well, was it anyone in a bar? I know we left Hemnos in a less than desirable position, but you're okay though, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. They were no threat to my life, so that is okay. I just have a separate mission now when we get to Meletus. But it's fine.
Besides finding the library.
Yes.
When we get to the library, you'll be spit spot. I know it.
Yes. I will probably live there for like a week.
Okay, I promise to be on my best behavior. But you know that if you aren't feeling well, you can talk to Oscar, you can talk to me especially. I mean, you're the only other person I know in this entire crazy place, so you know you can talk to me.
Yes, of course. And like I said, it is not bad for now. But me and my compatriots are working on it for now.
Okay. Mind if I just practice in here with you?
Of course.
Okay. She's then going to spend some time just practicing her lute.
Okay.
Just keeping an eye.
Yeah. Easy enough, and through the trip, Devon is not as uncomfortable as it was that one night, but it is definitely it's there in the back of your head, and you get the occasional, hot flushes, itchy skin, just the usual. Like it reminds you that it is ever present and still there, but it's not
fun.
Yeah, not but not. It's manageable. It's manageable.
Okay,
Okay.
that's all I had.
And just kind of, for me, I would like to find a room by myself, or at least wait for everyone to be doing their jobs for the day. And
Yep.
just every day that I have, or every time I have downtime and not with the friends, I got the bag of sand and try to um, focus my mind onto it, and seeing if I could like somehow conjure up Dokkan's presence like it was the first time I was on the boat, or but basically it's more of a communication as to what else he has found recently in Maze, because I just leveled up. Uh, and it's me kind of discovering the new abilities that he's granted me.
Sure.
But yeah, just throughout the whole week. Nothing too crazy.
Okay, yeah, and you're getting pretty good at conjuring the sand. You can't always open a dialogue with him.
Yeah.
One encounter does kind of stay in your memory a little bit, where you almost you go to conjure the sand like you have the last few days, and you've been able to have brief, 30 seconds to 2 minute long quick conversations where he pretty much just tells you what he found, what he's doing, what he killed, where he is. Like there is no emotional attachment to it. It is like he's just like checking in with his boss, kind of.
Yeah.
There's one time the sand begins forming itself into this elaborate maze, and this really, really tiny, maybe only like 5 centimeters or 6 centimeters tall version of Dokkan is moving around inside it. And you're pretty much watching. And you pretty much in that moment, you can help guide him through the maze, because you've got this bird's eye view.
Yeah.
And
Sick.
he can't talk to you, but you help him out there, and it feels good to be able to help, I think.
Alright, that's basically it.
Yeah. Okay. Nobody else is wanting to do anything like that?
Right.
There we go.
Okay, work with me on this one.
Oh god.
Argos, learning of his mother somewhat lying to him.
Oh.
Starting to doubt the people who have raised him. He's wanting to forgo his techniques with the sword that he learned from such a young age.
Mm-hmm.
He's starting to delve into more of the abilities he's obtained since since they left the ports that fateful day and arrived on Theros.
Okay.
So he's spending every waking moment. He's ditched the sword. He's starting to use the spear more. He's starting to train in unarmed combat, and he's starting to learn how his magic works.
Okay.
And he's doing that by himself, and then attempts to maybe become more in tune with things other than a sword.
Sure. Yeah, he would begin to feel every time he uses his magic or his abilities, he can really easily tell, it's not hidden in any way, that he is almost drawing from the amulet. And he especially feels stronger now than he did on shore. There's a connection to the ocean here. And like you were up on the deck when you can smell the salt and you can hear the waves and you can the spray is going on your face as the ship is traveling through it. You can, your stance is sturdier, your aim is truer, your grip is tighter, just everything just feels right and at peace there. And the spear, it just feels natural to you.
Cool.
Sick.
Okay. There'll be as you guys were moving, Cloud would essentially be trying to phase herself out of as much as possible and phase you guys in. So at first she kind of only let you guys do your jobs for maybe an hour or two at a time, but as time went on, you would be doing full shifts and be giving your mentors entire days off and be taking over. And with each of you, you're all successful and it works well, and the crew is beginning to acknowledge you as part of their captains, and they respect you as such. And one morning, Cloud knocks on your door and doesn't open it, just simply calls through it. You all are in charge of the ship for the day. Your shift starts in an hour. Thank you. And you can kind of hear her booted steps on the planks, walk off.
Oh man, that's exciting. Guys, for the first time ever, I'm allowed to dictate the menu. So, what would you like for dinner?
I don't mind, yeah, man. It's all good.
Edible
Right.
food.
Alright, well I'll look in the supply area if there's any pumpkin, but I can definitely get those vegetables and potatoes for you. Cray, anything for you?
No, I'm fine. I'm not really fussed. I mean, if you made something really spicy, that I'd enjoy that.
Alright, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
That's just normal cuisine back home, so
No,
maybe
like I
can try
mean,
some
that would burn somebody's mouth off.
Oh,
spicy,
okay, well I'll make
like
a special
really spicy.
plate for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay, I'll drink some in bacon fat. All right. Well, I'm gonna go early.
That's fine.
I put my apron on.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good day, everyone.
You too.
And would Tucker ever wash his apron?
I think yeah. I would say like not as often as the other chefs, but
Okay. So it's definitely got a few stains and marks on it, and you can smell the entire cupboard on it, even from a few meters away. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work at Pizza Hut when I was younger, and like you could just smell the ham on you, it's like when you go home.
Yeah.
All right, well I'm off to my ship.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
And go ahead and make your cooking check for the day for breakfast.
Is that performance?
Yeah, performance, but using intelligence, and you can add proficiency now too.
So if so 14 plus intelligence is 17, and then proficiency.
Yep.
19.
Okay. So Tucker cooks up mean feed for breakfast. Did you want to do anything special or just the standard?
No, just the standard. I don't want to drag it out. It's basically just wanting what everyone wants.
Okay, that's good.
Just
Got the big smile on his face. Everybody loves Tucker. He's become a fan favorite around the ship. And now for each of all your checks that are involving the crew, they are much more inclined to listen to you. And they are very, they're on top of their game. They're on top of their game. They've had a good feed.
Wow.
How are the rest of you going about it? Going about free reign.
Oscar's gonna go to sort of the bows where all the quartermaster stuff is, and filter around for some more metal and whatnot, and then spend his day making what he can. Try and see if he can make a few battle axes, I guess.
Okay. So Oscar's doing that. They're pretty much it's like a system now. Everyone goes to Oscar to get that upgrade, that shiny, nice little upgrade there, and I'll increase the crew quality by 1 again because Oscar's making these nice shiny new weapons. Daggers are turning into swords are turning into axes. Everything's looking nice, and that is a finely armed crew you've got there.
nice.
Ooh.
So Cray, besides the time
hold
that
up.
he spends at the wheel, what's now?
We'll go. Hold on. We'll go Lily first.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Lily. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
The audio was off. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all good.
My bad. Carry on, Lily.
Oh, good. Sorry, Miss was going to spend a day on the top of the crow's nest, keeping an eye out. She's putting her loot aside, so she's not going to get distracted. But she's keeping an eye out north, keeping where the sun's position is, basically making sure that we're headed forward. And if she spots anything out towards the sea, coming towards us, basically.
Okay. I will come back to that one if that is okay.
Oh, good. Okay.
Cray.
Yeah. So besides the time at the wheel, after each of his shifts on the wheel, he's going to make a point of going to each of the different stations on the ship where somebody's doing something. So, you know, somebody who's been working the mainsail, somebody's been working the foresail, that sort of thing, and sharing in the duty.
Okay.
So assisting the person, you know, obviously learning the ropes as he goes along, and then assisting the person in completing their tasks, just as a way of getting to know, you know, all of the things that the boat requires, but also getting to know all of the crew members.
Sure. Just go ahead and make an intelligence check.
An intelligence check.
Mm.
I don't think I'm super. Oh, please, what's the modifier? +0. Fuck. I rolled a 3.
3. Cray, he's still pretty new to the ships, but I mean, you know, he gets a few names wrong, and maybe forgets how to tie his knots and stuff. But the spirit is there, and is not exactly asked to do that constantly. So the crew does, like, they do respect the effort, but he's getting there before he's a full-fledged Captain Hook or whatever you want to call it.
I might put that dice aside.
Goodbye forever.
Banished.
Okay, and I will come back to you as well, because you and Cray and Missile kind of have to work in tandem with the navigation. So
Fun, that's right.
okay, David and Argos.
After you.
I would just make my way down to the little area where I met Wadrick, and then I would just either pick up where he left off on something, or you know, just see what else, like check the quality of like the ship or whatever, and see if things are running smoothly.
Okay. He would be like waiting there a little bit sheepishly, like you're used to seeing him in his workwear, but he's in nice clothes, like, you know, the pirate shirts with like the super puffy sleeves, and he's combed his beard and combed his hair, and he has this little bag, and he hands it to you with 2 hands and says, "This is my first day off in 1 year.
Oh God.
Have a good day, lass. That's for you. Made it myself." And continues off.
Cute.
And if you open it up, he has created and engraved this little chess set for you. And he's like made little figures of your entire party as like the king, queen, and bishops and everything. And yeah,
Wait, what piece of mine?
It's really
you are one of the knights. You and Oscar are one of the knights.
Cute!
And we might as well ask.
We're not there!
So Devin is the king, obviously.
Yeah!
Mrs. the
Course.
queen. Cray and Tucker are the bishops, and Oscar and Argos are the knights.
Nice.
And everything else is just standard.
Appropriate.
The rest of the crew.
The pawns.
Yeah, they're not like exact replicas. Like you can just tell it's you. Like
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Appropriate.
Okay, and then he goes to drink his day away at the bar.
Nice.
Probably has a good day with Taka there. And Argos?
Right. Argus is going to head back to where it was yesterday, where all the lads were working, quote unquote, working,
Yep.
and he's going to
Nice.
take in the traditions of quartermaster, and he's going to supply alcohol for the crew. He's going to
Oh no.
gamble the day away with the crew. He's going to partake in arm wrestling with the crew, and all of the activities they like to perform.
Yeah, easy enough. Just one of the boys, good day, kickbacks, kick-ons, whatever you want to call it. Hark opens a few cold ones.
Crack a woody with the boys.
Yep,
With the boys.
that's good times. And you get, because the crew was almost half and half Outworlders, half, what did we decide on the name for Theros people? I forgot.
Therons.
Therons.
Serotonins. I am still insistent on
Therons.
serotonins.
Therosites.
Therosites / Serotonins. So you can pick up some more Theros ways if you would like to do that.
Take it.
Sick.
Yeah. And Missile, you would actually have a little bit of time with Kai as well. At one point, there would be a guy, and something went a little bit wrong, and he kind of tripped over, and this big piece of wood that came off would have got like kind of embedded in his thigh.
Oh,
And
Oh Jesus.
darling.
Kai asked you to help him fix it.
Oh, good.
And you go over, and he's like, you didn't realize Kai was kind of this weird because you've only seen him in like brief encounters, and he just like calls you over and just asks you to watch. And he just grabs this man's thigh and he just like digs his 2 fingers into the wound, like deep in it, and this like dark blood comes seeping out, and his eyes are just locked on the wound as he's burying his thumbs in it. And this man is just like screaming in pain, like fuck, what are you doing? And if you
I'm
like,
just gonna. Sorry. I'm just gonna
Yeah?
gently pat the guy on the head and use charm person.
Kai or the other guy?
The guy who's in pain.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
It is actually a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
The DC of 13.
Jeez.
He rolled a 3, so he
Oh.
is charmed by you.
Missile's just gonna try and talk him down from the pain. He's like, "Hey, it's gonna be over soon. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be absolutely fine as soon as it's over. Just look at me. Look at me.
Mhm.
Look at me.
What helps
Yeah.
that? Look more.
Look at
And
me."
he stops screaming. It's just like the heavy breathing. You can see like his knuckles are white from like gripping the seat that he's on. And then Kai just like really, really slowly just like pushes this big piece of wood out and just hands it to him before like roughly just wrapping this bandage around it without cleaning it or anything, and ties it there.
Okay. And that's how you take care of it on a ship.
He will live.
All right. Are you okay, darling? That's a no.
Yeah,
That's a no.
might take the day off on this one, eh?
Yeah, Kai, where's the alcohol? Whiskey? Now.
Yeah.
Whiskey
Yeah.
or bourbon, darling?
And he kind of hands you it by the neck, and just like when you go to grab it, he'll like keep holding it for a second so that you're forced to make eye contact with him, stare at you, and then just release it.
Okay. I know what makes a person happy. Take the cap off, hold it out to the guy. Drink up, honey, it's gonna make you feel a lot better.
Oh yeah, and he like he chugs until he gags, and then stops, takes a few breaths, and then does it again.
Alright, share. Alright. You're gonna be fine. I'm just gonna stick with him.
Yeah,
Looking at Kai like, okay.
and Kai just sits down and straight backed, kind of fists like on his knees, almost like a school photo. It's just kind of waiting for you guys to leave, essentially.
Interesting.
And the guy would like pull himself up off you and hobble out. And
I'm gonna follow the guy out, or I'm gonna follow him to the door, and then I'm just gonna make sure that he can continue walking.
yeah, he's heavy limp, but yeah, he's walking.
Okay, I'm gonna call Oscar a bit later. Mental note. I'm gonna look back at Kai and be like, "Are you sure that's not gonna get infected? It's not gonna fall off? Like, that's a bit rough."
It's fine.
Something tells me you need a bit more of that whiskey too.
He will live.
I guess that's the important thing.
No. I could have just as easily left it in there.
That's true. But you didn't.
And then suddenly he's just like super friendly again. And he's just like asking you questions about the navigator and says that he talked to him in the bar and he was like a really cool guy. Like, I actually had like a little drink with him. Well, he didn't actually drink, but like I had a drink with him. I might have had a bit too much and he helped me back to my room again.
That seems to be a common thing. Yeah, no, he's lovely. Could learn a thing or two from him. It's quite interesting. He loves to tell amazing stories. Oh my goodness, the stories that man could tell.
Ah, yes. Yes. We shared many stories for a whole night.
As did I, actually. Maybe one day I'll get to tell him one of my stories.
It seems like he is always on board for more collections.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
How about a drink?
Now? It is... It is only in the morning, okay. And then
Jab off.
kind of stands up on the chest that he was sitting on and cracks it open, and he's got his own collection here.
Yeah.
None of them are full, none of them are unopened. He's probably just been collecting the unfinished bottles from the bars at end of nights and
Yeah.
just storing them in his room.
Yeah.
And like with a big flourish, just like presents them all to you.
We'll start with that one. And then you can tell me a bit more about which one of these should actually go into a wound.
Oh, none of them.
What?
These are for drinking. And
Good
then
point.
just the conversation dies down a bit. He's now trying to just get sloshed as he usually does. So even if he is talking, a lot of it is not stuff that makes sense or just like completely slurring his words.
Okay, she's gonna like sneak her way out as he's like rambling on to go back to the crow's nest before she too gets a bit sloshed.
Okay, good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Mental
now we've
note: go
got-
talk to Oscar later.
Yes, might be a good idea. Okay, so you're up on the crow's nest now.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make a perception check then.
Perception check.
It's
Ooh,
on.
maybe not with that dice. That just oh shit. Sorry, my screen just reset. I don't know if that's fucked everything up. No.
Okay, you're back.
Cool. Perception. Okay, that's not bad. Be nice to me. That's a 7.
A 7.
It's a
Okay.
7.
So I'm not sure if you're maybe drifting off, or maybe you're not quite familiar with the ocean as such. But there's this big dark patch in the water that kind of is getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer, just as you're sailing.
Eh.
And it's maybe till you're like 50 to 100 meters out that you realize, oh, that is a reef that is just below the surface. And you're heading straight for it.
Yeah, what's
Call out
up?
to Cray? Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
How we got a new turn. We need to turn.
Which direction? I'll turn. No problem.
Literally any other way than that one.
Alright, so I'm gonna swing the wheel hard port. You just tell
Okay,
me
go
how
ahead.
far we need to go. Why am I turning, missile?
Land.
Land?
Go ahead and roll that.
Too close.
roll that with disadvantage, but +2 onto the roll because of the crew modifier, the crew quality.
Okay. And is it a straight roll?
No, you can use your charisma to do it as a captain.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. Okay, 9.
9, and there's that proficiency
One.
as well. Proficiency and
That's 9. I rolled a 2. It's at disadvantage, right?
Oh god.
yeah.
So I rolled a 2 and a 15. So 2 plus my charisma, which is 5, takes me to
Yeah.
7. Plus the 2 for the crew thing takes me to 9.
Okay, and then it's another 2 because we're just assuming there's no like actual skill for it, but you're all proficient in your jobs now as well.
Oh,
So
right.
it's like-
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then it's an
Yeah.
11. 11 in
Yep,
total.
an 11. So it is just half a step too slow, and it like the entire ship is like just like groaning from the weight, but the entire crew is pulling all the ropes. I don't know, fucking ships. They're doing turning stuff, whatever you do. And kind of the back end of it, just like you get that heart wrenching, but you get over the edge and the ship kind of rocks a little bit. And it doesn't seem too bad, but the ship took a little bit of damage.
Oh.
Some light scrapes and bruises.
What happened?
So I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna go
call
down
out.
and see if it's
Yeah, go
gets
ahead.
to be internal damage.
I'm just gonna call up to Missile a little bit more notice next time, please.
Sorry. Hey, Oscar, you gotta be nice and busy.
How many axes do we need now?
How many can you make? How about a hammer?
4.
Or 12?
No, I can only make 4 a day.
How about 5?
No.
Fine.
Thank you. Missile's gonna hide in the crow's nest. Be like, oopsies.
Yep.
I'll see right back down and continue making shit.
Sweet. Easy enough. And what did Devin say? I kind of missed it.
Oh, I was gonna go and see if the damage got internal at all, and see
Okay,
if I
no,
could do
it-
anything from the inside.
It does not look like it's internal. You were going to,
Cool.
if you wanted to fix the outside, you'll either have to wait for port or grab a rope and hang off the edge.
It seems like fun. Although the water's probably cold.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Actually, the weather in the south of Theros is pretty damn warm. Like it is very tropical.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then moving on. Missile, can you go ahead and make another perception check, please?
With not that dice. That one. Ooh, that would be a dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Nice.
Like
Dirty 20.
you're hyper aware of the not fucking up. Like you are like a hawk, just like head on a swivel, watching the horizon constantly. And pretty much as soon as like a peak of something appears on the horizon, like just a dot at this point, you've pointed it out. And as you get a little bit closer, you can see that there does appear to be another ship there. It does have sails. It doesn't look like a Theros ship. It does probably look like a rebellion ship, but
Does it
Ew.
look like the one that was on the
nice.
cliffside with the bandits?
no, that was much smaller than this one. Much smaller than
Oh,
this one.
jeez.
But this
Are
one
they
is
flying the
just
same
anchored.
sails?
Yeah, the
That's
black
what I meant.
sails. The black sails. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm
but it is
gonna
anchored?
send word for Captain Cloud immediately as soon as Missile relays the info.
Oh yeah, Cray! Bad people, let's move!
Yeah. So I'll immediately dispatch a crew member to go and fetch Captain Cloud.
Okay. And he just immediately nods and jogs off. And after maybe 5 or 10 minutes, she just comes strolling up, and yes,
We've got company on the starboard bow. Company on the starboard bow. Not sure yet what their bearing is and what their intent is, but I thought that you should know about this.
Nice.
okay. And then she takes a few steps back and just leans against the railing, not that you would notice, and doesn't say anything more, just lets you handle it.
Alright. Okay. Alright, well, Missile, can you kind of tell the bearing that the ship is traveling on? Is it approaching us or not?
Can I?
It is anchored at the moment.
It is anchored.
Oh, it waiting. Oh
She
shit.
waiting. It doesn't seem to be moving, so maybe we should take a nice trip around it. Maybe about 45 degrees to the north, south, never eat soggy wheat. East.
Yeah, is Argus nearby?
You'd be around, yeah.
Yo,
Somewhere.
Argus,
Oh. Yeah, it's Cray.
how are you feeling for a little bit of meet and greet?
Meet and greet.
Yeah,
So he's
and I
meet
sort
and
of
greeting with fists.
point in the direction that I figure the ship is in. We got company in the high seas. They're anchored, so we can go and check them out. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know how you feel about.
Perfect. I've been itching to get off the ship for a little.
All right, so I'm gonna make them command. I'm gonna instruct the crew to change bearing to head towards the ship.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Would you like to know about your weapon options at the moment?
Sure. Let's hear it.
Okay, so most of your crew is armed with bows, but they obviously don't have the most range. But you do have ballistas that you can set up. They aren't set up at the moment, but you can set them up. You also have these like mini rollout trebuchets that you can set up if you like. You've got 2 of each, and you also have a very, very nice ram.
And all
A
of
lovely
these things
shape.
need to be fitted or whatever before they're in use.
Yeah, they take about 10 minutes to set up, but you can
Okay.
set them all up at once. You can just give the order.
Okay,
Combat positions.
so I'm gonna give the order to prepare the armory, the ship's armory, and I'm going to send a crew member to round up each of the party that's not already on deck and get them to sort of gather around.
Sure. Okay, Oscar and Argos, how are you guys helping out as your crew's just had a big order?
Oh god. Okay. And it's just like telling everyone, it's like, get your shit sorted. And then it's just gonna go up to the deck and just stand next to Cray and go, what are we doing?
We've noticed a ship, or Missile has spotted a ship anchored off the starboard bow. We're making way towards it, but we're taking every precaution. We don't know what their intent is and what their situation is, but we want to go and check them out.
Yeah, we're just gonna go meet them.
That's right, and possibly greet.
Yes, and greet.
Okay.
Okay.
Argos, how are you helping out the boys?
I mean, I probably won't move much. If I see something I can help with, then I will go and help with it. But I'm not going to actively search. you know?
Okay, yeah, there's plenty to do. There's plenty to do. Everyone's hammering things down and then picking up their weapons and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Easy
help
enough.
out here and there.
Yeah, you and Oscar can working together, just keep everything in order, keep the chaos going. People are looking lost, tell them what to do. And what would you, Cray? What would you tell the messenger to tell to Tucker and Devon?
Oh, just that the six should be on deck. we may be, our special skills may be called upon.
Okay, you guys will each get a quite flustered messenger just kind of run up, and Pataka, he'll kind of like skid a little bit and like slam his hands on the desk, and he's like, your special skills are required. And then run off and go find Devon, knock on the door, open it. Your special skills are required, and then run back.
Oh,
I-
where?
Okay, well, I actually, instead of I actually tightened my apron even more, like getting ready for it. Like, I can't wait. Maybe, hopefully, we'll make a souffle, and then I run to the top.
LOL.
You get there and you see the process of like Oscar and Argos are each commanding different men who are now like strapping down and like securing these ballista and trebuchets onto like different sections of the ship. And like a lot of them, you can hear like the kind of the rustling of steel as a few of them have drawn swords, and arrows kind of going together as they've filled up their quivers.
Okay, I take off my apron slowly. I may have misread the situation.
So,
Pie today.
so the main thing that I'd be interested in knowing is if we've got any way of getting information about this ship before we, we don't have anybody that can see further or send a familiar or something like that. I don't know. Do we have any way of, besides what we can see with our own eyes?
Wait, are we already together?
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah,
any?
so Devon's up there now too, I guess.
Well, I remember other people coming up with ways to communicate with us through our heads. Do you have any spells like that? Possibly.
I mean, yeah, I've got. I can send a message, but I need to know who I'm sending it to. And the range
maybe
isn't
if we
great.
could. Right, I see. Well, that would be my only solution.
Okay. All right. Well, let's let's draw up. Let's take no chances. And I'm going to instruct the crew to come about so that we're at the optimal range for our weaponry.
Yep.
That's the main thing.
Okay. So that would be the trebuchets probably have the best range.
So the trebuchets are they front mounted or they're side mounted?
They're mounted up like by you on the raised bit. They're
Right,
just
yeah.
strapped down. They're not huge ones, they're like little portable ones.
Okay.
Yeah, but they can still fling a fucking rock like 800 feet.
Oh wow.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So is that the optimal range? 800 feet.
Well, 200 is their usual range, but 800 feet is with disadvantage.
Right. Okay.
Right.
So yeah. So I'm gonna yeah. I'd like the ship to pull up at 400 feet out, and then we need a boarding crew. So I'm gonna ask for volunteers for a boarding crew. We're gonna send a boat. We're gonna send a rowboat across to Parlay.
Argos volunteers.
Kai would
Man.
volunteer as well.
Pick me.
Missile, can you see what they're doing, what the other boat is doing, or the crew, that sort of thing? Or the crew doing
Can I see
anything?
what they're doing from my point of view?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Yay. No, that actually good point. Random kind of change the subject when it comes to proficiency, because I don't know if it's as an elf, wood elf, or as a bard. I have jack of all trades, which means some things I have half proficiency for.
Mhm.
So if I'm not proficient, I get half proficiency.
Mhm.
For say medicine, which I'm already half proficient on, because I've just done the thing with Cray. Oops, goodbye pen. Should I bump that up to full proficiency?
It's just like it's not like
It's just with my jobs, though.
yeah, just the job. So it's not
Okay.
like Kai is in no way like a professional surgeon or doctor in any way. It's just like this is like field medic more than actual medicine. Yeah.
All good. Oh, good. I will remember that for later. Thank you for that.
Temporary patch up so they survive until they get to a real doctor.
Yeah. First aid shit. First and second aid. Perception check, did you say?
Yes, please.
That's a 19.
A 19?
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Are you looking for
16 plus
anything in particular? Or you
I'm
just want
looking
that?
on the sides of the ship to see if there's any movement for if they're preparing weapons. I'm looking on the deck to see if there's anyone in particular they're following, any weapons, anything that catches my eye in the terms of danger.
Okay.
And,
So,
Missile, can you just check if they've raised any flags of any sort, please?
Sure. We'll add that to the list.
Okay. No flags appear to be raised at the moment. The crew is they have seen you and they are hurrying about, kind of on the top of the ship. They appear to be following this man with this like white slicked back hair and this big white mustache. He's the guy giving orders. He's the guy steering the ship. In regards to weapons, you can't really tell if they're prepared, but each side does have 3 cannons on the top deck.
So 6 in total.
And so nothing's really like they're not in panic mode, but they're not like relaxed or anything. They're waiting for you guys to make moves before they do.
Oh, good.
Okay, so...
Well, they know we're here, but
okay.
I wouldn't be gentle with them.
All right, let's just bring the ship in a little bit closer since we're going to be rowing. We don't want people to be rowing for hours, 400 feet. So let's bring it into 250 feet.
Okay.
Weapons at the ready, and then the boarding party prepare to board. So Argus and Kai have volunteered. Is that it? I'm going to go across.
Oh,
But
man.
it could be such an ambush, though. Like, what do we expect to get out of this interaction?
I want to see
We're
what they're
just going
doing
over
here.
there to talk.
Yeah. This might be an ally to be made.
An ally
Maybe.
on the other side of the war? Are you sure?
Well, we haven't chosen
Well, I mean,
a
darling,
side
it would be
yet, have
great
we?
to get to know like exactly what they're fighting for. That's something we haven't had a chance to talk to anyone about.
I don't.
I'll go.
Actually, maybe I shouldn't go since I'm the ship's captain in this
Maybe.
scenario. So,
Okay, well, we need to figure out a way. If if you guys get in trouble, we can't just throw giant rocks at you and expect it to be okay. You could get hit by the rocks. We don't have any like safety precautions.
That's a risk we're willing to take. I mean, like we're already in the middle of the bloody ocean. Lily can't speak tonight.
okay, well,
Whatever.
our option then is actually to approach the ship with our ship, and actually put a boarding plank
No.
across. I'm just a little concerned because a cannon you can shoot at point blank range, but a trebuchet
You can.
Yes.
Maybe-
cannot.
Yeah, we did have other weapons though, like those ballistas.
Oh, that's
I
true.
mean, that would also work. Plus, we've got you guys. You know, we could. One of you can set the ship on fire, possibly.
This
Alright.
entire conversation, Cloud and Lawrence are listening into with great interest.
Oh no.
The only thing I can offer at the moment is if you guys get in trouble, I can probably teleport you about 30 feet away, so maybe back into the dinghy that we sail into. That's it. That's the closest amount of help I can give you.
Okay,
Maybe we can do that at least.
one more question for the DM then. So the ballistas, are they side mounted?
They're the same. They're not there until you give the combat positions order. They come out. They're like kind of like fold out. Like you have to set up the frame and then you throw the ballista on top of it and you like just strap it down.
Oh, and so they're targetable.
How about-
It's not
Yeah.
like it fixed like a. Okay, all right. Then the order is let's approach them and let's train the ballista on the opposing ship, and let's just approach them with some caution until we are within range of conversation, shouting distance. I
How
guess.
about this? If I do go over and we have a conversation, it turns south. If I throw up dancing lights, the magic little blobs that I make,
Yeah.
you can take that as a sign of it's going poorly. Rescue us. Let's get away.
Okay.
But I
could
mean
do
that
that.
still doesn't solve the problem. Like, what am I going to do? We're going to have to fire on the other ship, and that's going to put you in danger. So it might actually just
Again-
be better for us to get right up close, and then, we've got everybody available if we need to board and fight.
Yeah,
That's not a problem.
that sounds pretty good to me.
I like
That sounds
that better.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that
So
is
none of
just
us
me.
need to get separated.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we need to talk first.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Talk first, shoot
So
later.
So I just turn to the crew and I give the instructions. We're gonna draw broadside to the ship. Have the ballistas trained and ready. Make it so.
Okay, yeah, it gets done.
Nice.
Efficient, swift, nice. So you start heading there. Are you just like drifting, or like is it like full sails? You're trying to like boost it there, or you just kind of drifting there?
Yeah, we're coming in under like in an assertive way. So we're not just kind of timidly approaching them. We're coming up assertively, if I could say that. So we're making way towards them, and our intent is that we're going to be pulling up to them. But like, we're not approaching them with the ram like facing at them. We're definitely letting the pathways like to the broadside of the ship.
Okay, so you're like giving them some room.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you would approach, and kind of the closer you got, Missa would be able to see the more on edge they got. And kind of as you reached, if like between 100 200 feet close, they would all start manning the cannons. But they're waiting for your signal, but you'll be able to get maybe within loud shouting distance. Your voice carries over the water.
Yep. Okay, so I'll just use thaumaturgy to kind of amplify my voice a little bit, and I'll go, hail. I'll just call out, hail. Can we? And after that, I'm just going to say, Missile, do you see a name of the ship somewhere written on it? I don't know.
Do I see a name of the ship anywhere?
Yes, in this fancy gold cursive, it is called the Epiphany.
The Epiphany.
The Epiphany. It's
All
called.
right.
It's called something I'd never had. The Epiphany.
So I'll just call out, hail Epiphany.
And you would hear this white-haired, mustachioed man would be leaning over, and he would just kind of, I don't want to yell because people are asleep, but yeah, he'd say,
Yeah, sorry.
in this really, it's I like the southern accent for him, so you'll hear that if you talk to him later on.
The southern accent.
Yeah, sorry, Rachel. Call out. He would hail you and just ask what you wanted or what your purpose was.
Oh, well, we've noticed you out here, and we're coming to say hello. Let's parlay.
Doesn't that mean fight?
No, parlay means
No,
talk.
it
Oh,
means talk.
Yeah,
Parlay.
and-
Have you not seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
nope. I mean,
Isaac tried
Pirates
that.
of the Caribbean. What's that?
Yep. Then he would yell out, "Okay, bring a
Okay.
dinghy over."
All right, we're gonna draw up real close and just put a boarding plank across rather than doing little boats and things like that.
Yeah.
But we're not out to pick a fight, I assure you.
Sure.
And then
They
I'll
would-
give the
they would
command
kind
for
of-
us to draw closer.
Yeah, they would help and rope you in and stuff, but the tension is hard to ignore between
okay.
the Therons and the rebellion men. They are staring at each other, scowling. You get a few people kind of spitting or doing certain gestures towards each other. The Outworlders and so they're less bothered, but the Therons are definitely not too happy with the rebellion men. But you lay the plank down, and everyone's very tense. Everyone's hands on weapons, fingers on triggers, very 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 worried.
Can I be the first across?
Yeah, the plank goes down, and it's almost like weirdly quiet for there to be several hundred people and nobody's really saying much.
Wait, there's 100 people?
100 people on your ship, 100 people on their ship. Yeah.
Holy shit!
So
This is
These are
I
big
I can already
boats.
sense that
Argus-
Isaac's like, please don't go into initiative.
just
yes,
as
Or
Argus
please do.
approaches the I'm not going to say anything to him, but just as Argus approaches the gangplank, Eshi is going to jump up and just go across to the other ship and head straight to the captain and do that
Holy fuck.
rubbing round the legs thing.
Okay.
Was that attempting to make friends? Because I mean, okay, regardless, Argos is going to, in a good show of faith, he's going to walk out with his arms like wide. He's going to draw both of his sword and his spear, and he's going to drop them in the water as he walks across.
Okay.
well, and the
Whoa! Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he's going to make his way across.
Captain Cray, I'm with you. I'm just so I can be your eyes.
Okay.
It's this. Okay, yeah, don't worry.
All right.
This is
let's
gonna
head
lead down to
across.
Devon. What's your range again?
Short. Very short.
He was like he
Keep
would
that in mind.
look down at the cat, and essentially just kind of he would acknowledge it but then ignore it.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't aim to avoid it, but he's not moving at all, and the cat's just like rubbing all over him and stuff. Yeah.
All right. So after Argus goes, Taka and Cray cross. Yeah.
Yes. What's
And Missile will go last.
what's the distance between the boats at the moment?
Like 20 feet.
Oh, excellent. All right.
Cool. I'm gonna hide, actually, like, before we even, like, approach them, Devin would have hid on, like, the underside of, like, the rail and just, like, been ready just in case.
Okay.
Oscar
Sure.
will
Yes, you
go over with Missile.
Okay.
But yeah.
She's gonna, like, reach out to him as she, like, reaches the other side and the whole good faith, like, take his hand, like, help her down. Like, hello, I'm a lady.
Yeah. So is Devin the only one here that's not over?
I believe so, yes.
Probably.
Okay. And Kai would be the only other one that follows you across.
Okay. Cool. All right.
And the captain would essentially just who went over first? Argos. He would shake your hand and then just with me and head up and take you to his office where you guys can talk.
Nice.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
I'm just gonna give a look back to Devon where I last saw her and just be like, just a look of, we're gonna die.
And
Yeah,
just
I'm, like, listening out, too.
as he's walking without turning his head, be like, can you trust your crew not to start something while we're away?
Yeah.
To
I should hope so.
They
yeah, to
won't.
Argos probably, since he's at the top.
All
Or
right. Yeah.
since he's at the front, yeah.
Oh. They're good lads, good hearts, good spirits. I'm sure they won't start in trouble unless we find ourselves in some.
Well, we shall try our best to avoid that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And then he goes in, he opens the door, leaves it open for you, takes a seat, and several armed men, they don't follow you in, but they're right outside, watching you all go in. And he sits down. This office is much more spacious than Cloud's. Same general design, it's kind of the same ship, they're both galleons. But his is much more spacious, but it's a lot less decorated. Cloud likes her stuff, he doesn't have much stuff. And he would sit down, and there isn't enough chairs for all of you, so 2 of you will have to stand.
Yeah,
We'll stand next to Cray.
Oscar will stand as well.
Okay. Sit you down.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings, Captain. I'm Cray, the Insightful of the Sword Coast.
Inside check.
And who am I speaking to?
I'm Chief Officer Logan.
Chief
This is my ship, the Epiphany.
Sorry, that's my boss's name.
Oh god.
It's
Do you
my
want me to
ex's
change
Oh,
it?
wow.
name. Rip.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Alright.
It's actually Logan. There we go.
Logan.
Officer Logan. 2 A's.
Sorry.
Yeah. Spell it like old D&D, like
Yep. There you go.
throw
There
an
we go.
apostrophe in there. There you go.
DM, what does Chief Officer Logan look like?
Quite a short man. He's got this
Uh-huh.
white, slicked back hair. Quite a lot of it. Still a full head. He's got this white, like, stubble on his face, but this, like, thick mustache, like this big broom mustache that, like, hangs down a little bit. And he's wearing, like, really, like, the golden button-ups through the middles. He's got quite a lot of badges over his left breast. Everything's, like, all the crease lines on his pants are super tight, and on his sleeves are super tight. His shirt, like, sleeve is poking out, like, just the perfect, like, 1 or 2 centimeters below the jacket. Like, he's very, very well dressed. Takes care of his appearance. Short, kind of general build, maybe big build, and yeah, the white hair. Doesn't have any scars or freckles or anything on his face.
And he is human, correct?
He is human, yeah.
Alright.
Most people on the ship, well, yeah, pretty much every person on the Epiphany was human.
Right.
So, you've approached the Epiphany today, and
Yeah, what
you're looking
are
to
you
make-
doing
make
out
parlay.
here?
Well, this is our waters. This is a simple scouting ship, just keeping an eye on things.
So you're a scouting ship and you were anchored here. Did you find something?
No, just watching the comings and goings, keeping an eye on movements and such. It is strange to see a ship like yours with a crew from them.
Well,
Them, you mean
yeah.
the I guess you'd say the natives of this land.
Sure.
Oh wait, like a good girl.
Well, our arrival in Theros necessitated replacing several crew members. We were brought here in a storm, and we lost several crew members. How long have you been in Theros?
Me out. I was born here.
You were born in
You
Theros,
called yourself.
but you refer to the Therites.
Terrans.
Serotonins.
It's a new name every time. We'll just
You're-
make it. We'll just make it the running joke every
But-
time. We got to change the name, and every time it's canon. Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Everything
The
is canon.
Randianians.
you were born here, and yet you consider yourself other to the Therans. What? I don't understand.
We can get into the politics of it later. I do not wish to engage in that with you right now. I'd simply like to know your business in these waters.
Sightseeing.
Argos.
I kind of chuckle.
We're on our way to Melitis. We're simply headed from one island to the next.
I see. And have the Therosians. Are you a part of their ranks yet, or are you still unaligned?
I'd like to say we're unaligned. Honestly, we haven't had the time to get to know any other side of the story.
Yeah, we haven't sided with the Theronatians yet.
No.
Uh,
We came across some similar people with similar flags, but they did not give us a chance to talk. Which did not make a good first impression, I'll say that for a fact, but I'd love to know a bit more of your side of this land. The way of thinking.
I would love to share that. So you are simply all just looking for a bit of chin wagging, a bit of conversation.
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
I see. How's
while this
wait, I was about to say, how's Oscar doing?
while this conversation is going on, Oscar is just keeping an ear out for what's happening outside.
Sure. Yeah, I was just gonna say, Devin, you'll see things are getting a little bit tense. The opposing crews have started a dialogue between them. Somewhat a little bit less civil than the dialogue going on with you guys. Oscar would kind of hear the beginnings of this as well.
So between our crew and their crew?
Yeah,
Oh god.
just like the generic, fuck you, little pussy ass rebellion motherfucker. Eat my ass. What the fuck?
Shut
your
up!
mom.
High school?
The fuck
Shut
did you?
up!
The fuck
Oh
did
my
you
God,
say
are
to
you
me, you little
children?
shit? I'll have you know, I graduated top of my class.
I'm gonna like shoot one of these guys in the leg. Fuck's sake.
You would have what?
You're
What was-
currently
fucking Phoenix,
disrespecting a future American military army officer. I wonder if he
Oh my
actually
God.
became, actually went to the military.
Probably
Did he?
not.
That would have been kind of cool, right?
What are Cloud and Lawrence doing?
They
It's
are
their day off.
leaning against the rails on the opposite side of the ship. Lawrence has this big smile on his face, and he's just
Oh
like
god.
lightly patting the axe on his hip, just like he's got one leg, but
Can I like go around and like punch people in like the back of the knee? Whoever's like throwing insults and stuff. Not on the other ship, in our crew. Just to be like, hey, shut the fuck up.
okay, yeah, sure, and no, they would listen to you. You're part of the captain crew. They would just you're like. Are you just
Awesome.
like shut the fuck up? Like, and so they're okay, and they would you'd go around and your crew would quieten down, and their crew is still jawing, like, oh yeah, mommy's telling you to be quiet, you better listen, haha, the usual stuff, yeah.
Ooh! Ooh, I hate that.
Yeah, to Devon.
Ooh.
But yeah, it kind of, since there's no reciprocation, they're not as into it, so it does die down.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're not children.
Reciprocation.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go back into the conversation inside the ship. So, what is it you want to know? I'm not here to recruit you. I can give you information and help you make the right decision.
Well, in 4,000 words or less, could you tell us, well, essentially what is going on? Why in the world are you having this argument? And what are your views? Like, maybe do you know what prompted this? Again, 2,000 words or less.
First, what have they told you about us or about this whole situation?
Well, most people haven't really told us much. You guys believe in new fancy ways that, well, to be honest, should innovate the world, and they're not very moving on that matter. However, the first impression of your, I would say, crew, again, left much more to be desired. They kidnapped one of our party members who we'd left just alone, defenseless on a cart with a pair of horses. My goodness, I cannot breathe tonight. And they just kidnapped her outright, took her into the forest. They didn't even give us a chance to talk.
Well, do we know that they were actually rebellion people?
I think it's safe to assume.
Okay.
They have the same flags, my dear.
Okay.
What did these folks look like?
Well, there was a group of smaller human men, and there was one man, much taller, about 6 arms. I believe someone... no, wait, do I know that he was a Gigan? Do we know that he was...
He'd be like... if you didn't know, you would know now. He'd be like, the Gigans. Yeah. Special forces as such. They were there for a reason. You must have got in the way somehow. They had something to do, and they were trying to do it. They're told, don't let anything get in their way.
What were they trying to do?
I don't know.
Well, clearly they were trying to get rid of... They were trying to get to Kyra.
If they were trying to kill her, they would have slit her throat right there, I'll tell you that. Your little friend.
That does clarify a few things.
Yeah, it does.
However, I still don't understand why they were trying to get to her. Because she couldn't fight for shit. My goodness, I gave her a dagger just to keep herself safe, but she didn't even use it. My goodness. Oh goodness, I'm confused.
I don't think that they were trying to... Perhaps we should talk about this later. The specifics of that. So, I mean, Chief Officer Logan, you are actually the first rebellion, if we could. I mean, I don't know if you call yourselves the rebellion, but that's what
we call ourselves
the
New World Rebellion. That's what we go by.
So you are the first New World Rebellionites that we are actually getting to speak to in a civil manner. So we actually don't know anything about you and what you're rebelling against, even, or why.
Well, that's the way that the Ferocians are trying to keep it.
Feroci.
So, tell me, Logan. Sorry, Chief Officer. My apologies. Tell me, Chief Officer, what do you believe in? What are your morals? Can you tell me?
Well, I believe in us. I believe in the people, and I believe in our freedom. If you don't mind me going on a bit of a history lesson, the
Please
Therons,
do.
this world was ruled by Titans long before we came. These Titans They enslaved humanity. They created all of these deceitful, evil beings, rose them up from the ground, and used them to manipulate humans for their own will. It was not until 12 outsiders rode in on the backs of dragons and forced these titans underground and became the gods of this land that it was allowed to be free. The Therons still follow those ancient cultures and refuse to accept the Outlanders for who we are, even though this land was freed and should belong to us. The gods of this place are outsiders, and they treat us like scum unless we conform to their ways.
The Therosites told us that the dragons were extinct.
They are.
What
Many
happened?
of them were killed. Many of them were killed by the Titans. A few survived after, but either died of certain means or gave their life for other things. One, I believe, died giving her life to protect some city from a kraken. I don't know the exact story of it, but there was only 12 of them, and they're all gone.
So, you would say that the people that are not of the New World Rebellion, they're stuck in their ways, they're stuck in their ways.
Well, everything about Theros that they acknowledge belongs to the Titans. We don't understand why they would want to follow the rules of the people who enslave them.
So,
That's fair.
Chief Officer, just to clarify, the goddess Thassa is an outsider. She is from the Sword Coast.
Not necessarily Sword Coast, but none of them born here.
So, are you from Sword Coast? Are you from the Sword? Oh no, you were born here.
I
Sorry.
was born here, yeah. Third generation.
Right. So, where were your folks? Where? Sorry, I get this a lot. Where are you really from?
Oh no.
Me? Well, my great grandmommy used to tell us we were from this place called Ravenloft. Terrible place.
Wow.
Glad we're here now.
Ravenloft. I don't think I've ever heard of it. I see. And your crew are some are descendants or actually from places, from outside places.
Comes and goes. Some of them are even Therenians that have come across.
I see. So have you met people from, let's say, Waterdeep or Wendovia, yes, and just I guess people from Faerun,
Yeah, plenty.
right? Do you know how to get back? By the way, have you figured out the way of getting back?
I wouldn't be fighting this war if I did some.
Would you
So
want to
you're-
go back? Sorry.
It's okay. You go.
Would you want to go back if you knew how?
There's no back for me. It's only stories. This is home for me. That's why I'm fighting so hard.
That's fair. That is fair. It is your home. Why wouldn't you protect it? Why don't you do what you could to protect it?
Yeah.
And I would have you believe the gods are with them, but we have gods on our side too.
And even then, you maybe not even gods. Maybe they're just entities of some kind. Spirits that are on your side. Maybe even... I don't know, do you have spirits here? Those of your ancestors who've passed? I don't even understand how that works yet.
Tried to look past it. I'm not a spiritual man myself.
Okay.
I like things
That's
I can
fair.
touch.
Has there I'm assuming has this been going on for a while?
Yeah, longer than
By
I've been here.
right. Has there been some sort of treaty or ways to settle everyone? And I'm sure there are pieces of land that is not been taken yet.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure.
we're in a sort of a stalemate at the moment, but I think things are looking our way.
Is there anything? Can I ask? Has there been anything significant that happened that may have triggered this, or anything that maybe stood out? I mean, any assassinations, any major conflicts? Heck, even a king that had a pie slammed in his face over a disagreement. Something significant.
It
Did
was
anything like that happen?
thing that kicked it all off was Farika joining our side, essentially.
How do I spell that one again?
Farika.
Yeah. Thank you.
Before that, we were just, underground meetings. We were operating from the shallows, but with Farika's help, we were able to. At first, it was just a town. Take it for ourselves, but we're able to recruit outworlders, take their resources, bring them in, show people the truth of our side. We got an army now. Our steel, stronger than their bronze. Our ships, faster than their oars. It's only a matter of time. Even their
So you're on
gods,
the physical up and up.
even their gods joining our side.
Right.
Which god?
Farika.
Is that it?
Farika. And
The only one for now, but we can get the other one soon.
My dear, could I ask, are you the leader of this entire rebellion, or
Oh
is
hell
there
no!
someone?
Oh
No?
hell no! I'm just in a shitty old scout ship in the middle of the ocean.
Would you tell me who maybe is the
Not-
leader?
Not even we know.
Oh my dear, that's a shame. That is a shame.
We get orders from captains within our segments, but they come from higher up. They come from higher up. They come from higher up. Everybody only knows one stage above themselves at any time. Prevents any major assassination attempts or as the like, trying to root us out from the inside.
Is there, just for our safety, as we are still trying to understand both sides of this rebellion and everything that is going on, is there any way that we can show that we are maybe neutral to the New World Rebellion? Is it any way? Anyway?
It's, how do I say it? There's no avoiding this war. Either you're in with one of us or you're against both of us.
Right.
Do we have a choice to leave your ship then?
I would let you leave. I'm not an unkind man. You seem like smart people. I believe you can make the right decision.
Well, as a show of thank you for your knowledge, for your kind chat, as one would say, I'm going to offer him my super fancy bottle of whiskey.
You take it, look at. Sheesh. That's a nice piece.
It's all yours, darling.
Is there anything
Thank
you want from me? Don't have much here, mainly just food and water, but
We could stock up on supplies if you've got some spare.
yeah. I
Do
can
you
that.
have copies of maps, possibly?
Yeah, absolutely. I can give you some of those.
Oh, thank you, Captain.
Thank you.
He calls out, he looks at you, Oscar, he's like, hey, cleric.
Oh,
How have they How have these Theronians treated your god since you've been here?
Wouldn't know because I don't know of it.
Exactly. Anybody else? Have any of them ever tried to make you feel welcome? Or have they just forced you into their mold?
I don't think they've forced us, to be honest. I think
No.
at this point, as we are considered, I guess, I don't want to say that we're considered higher up in social standing in this ship, in hierarchy. That's what I'm looking for. Sorry. They look to us for, I guess, guidance. I guess leadership. So I guess they haven't really tried to push anything on us.
Yeah.
I see.
And
Well.
some of them probably don't look up to us for anything. I think that the Rosissimos are pretty nice. They're good friends.
They're good for a chat. They listen to stories. They like
Well.
my performances, and that's the matter, though. That's the important thing.
You will just wait for Meltus. You'll get the brunt of it there.
Is there anything we should prepare for? Anything to keep an eye out for? We are, at this point, tourists.
Just a lot of people with sticks up their asses, I'll tell you that.
If we wanted to get,
Sounds like Winter's Crest.
if we want to do, so I've got two requests. One for our group and one for myself. And I'll ask for the group first. Where would we? You're a scout ship, very obviously far outside of Rebellion waters. Melitus is Theronian, and Hemnos, which is where we've come from, is Theronian as well. If we wanted to head to a rebellion controlled city where we could actually connect with Rebellion Command, I guess, where would you advise us to go?
Well, I'm stationed at Elkjaw. You'd probably have a good bit of luck if you went there and asked for me specifically. Especially, if you turn up into Rebellion territory, they ask, hey, where'd you come from? You say Melitus, you might get your throat cut. You ask for me, maybe it'll buy you some time. Prove your case.
And the second question that I have is related to your comment about the dragons. Do you know of any sorcerers within the Rebellion's ranks who draw their power from a draconic bloodline?
In the Rebellion. He thinks he's like, Timmy? No, that's giant stuff.
And if you can just point me in the direction of somebody who might know, I mean.
He's like, no, and then he's like, no way. There is one, he's not with us. He's a lion feller. They call him the scaly one, I don't know, that's what they call him, they got weird names, but he comes to talk to us sometimes. He's alright. He's almost a bit like you. You've got the arm, he's got a leg. One of his legs all scaly like. He's pretty hard to pin down though.
Alright, thank you.
No worries. Is there anything else?
I think that'll do us just fine.
Yeah, I'll do.
Okay.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you,
But-
Captain.
Yeah, there is
Corporal.
one last question.
Chief.
Where is Elkjaw?
Elkjaw? You could actually see it before when
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was above
Yeah.
Hemnos.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
it's
you
over there.
Scroll back
Yeah.
down.
Oh, okay.
Which we will know once he hands over a map.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he puts these. He kind of rummages through the drawer, and he's like, "Hey, a couple more things here." And he places these three they're like frosted glass, like marbles, kinda, but they're like really light. He's like, "You're gonna love this, cleric. Someone else might be able to make some use. You smash that, you'll have a couple of minutes. It strengthens the bond with the outside. You'll be able to talk to home a little bit better."
Did you get these?
Thank you.
A few of our boys are making them. They're expensive though, but that's a nice bottle of whiskey.
Right.
It is.
Please,
Thank you.
my treat. And then he stands up and he's like, "Okay, I will. I'll get those supplies on board then."
Thank you. So
Um,
much.
Oscar's gonna walk out and walk back onto our ship and just keep an eye out on. So get back to the steering wheel and keep an eye on both ships as well.
Sure. Devin, were you doing anything, or just keeping everyone in line?
Yeah, just keeping everyone in line and stuff.
Okay. Easy enough, yeah. And he goes out, gives the order, and they come over with like 2 crates of food, 2 crates of water, and they don't pack it away in your ship. They just put it on the deck, and then some of your guys take it down.
Oh, I've got the maps.
Yep, and you get a few maps of the area, mainly of their area, but also of like you get the map of Theros that we see here.
Yay!
Sweet. Does that mean we
Fantastic.
get higher plus 4 rolls for navigation?
Sure, you can have a,
I
if it uses the map, yeah, but the map
Plus
isn't
1.
going to help you spot coral reefs.
Yeah, plus 1.
Yeah.
I give it to Missile. Here you go.
thank you.
No problem.
Mine.
Okay.
Ours.
Done. That was a
You're in
lot
the
less
kitchen. What are you talking about?
a lot less bloodshed than I expected. And you guys are on the way again. What else? Would you like to do anything else with the day, or
I'm just gonna wave at him as we go. Bye. Thanks for that.
okay?
Sorry,
Sorry,
Argos. I'm
Saki.
sure one of these days we can punch somebody. I
What do
said,
you mean?
I don't know. I feel like you just, you were in your element when you were wrestling with those naked men.
Pardon me.
With your feats of strength and stuff.
Sorry, is that what you guys went off to when you ditched us in the bar?
Maybe.
I think I left the oven on. I'm gonna run back.
I think I saw a bird over there. I'm gonna go check it out.
Ah! Argos, you've got a lot to explain.
He's gone.
The bird. Sorry, I gotta go.
Argos, don't forget your spear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just go stare at your stick for an hour.
I'm gonna draw my weapons back before I forget them.
Yeah,
Nice.
fully like lightsaber just appear back in your hands.
That is a handy trick to know.
Okay.
Okay.
Bedtime, or you guys want to do something else?
Nah, bedtime.
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 Okay.
Long rest.
Yes. All those spell slots you guys used today. All that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just as a note, that charm person, the guy would, like, as soon as charm person finishes, the guy would know that I used it on
Yeah.
him.
And he'd be like, "Ah,
Bitch.
okay, yeah."
That's why I'm so hesitant to use it.
Yeah. It's good for getting into places that you will never go again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My god, I took 2 pages of notes. No, I took 3 pages of notes for that entire encounter. My god.
Yeah, same.
Okay. I assume you guys want to have like a in-character debrief conversation, but otherwise we can just sleep. And we can...
Oscar's gonna do his prayers and go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep. I've had a big day.
Yep.
Someone's actually going to hang out.
Gray's
going
going to go to sleep, but then in his early rising that he likes to do, where he gets up before everybody else, he's going to spend time meditating, and this time he really wants to start focusing on the connection that he has with Eshi,
Sure.
because he started to realize that there's more to Eshi than just being a cat. So it's really about focusing on the sensation of the cat's fur, and like trying to, you know, sense a connection that might be deeper than a mere pet.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Cool. Argos and Devon, you guys just sleep?
Argos is going to spend half of the night practicing magics of varying difficulties and types.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. Just on the deck as usual, and if you're close to that ocean, that shit is nice. It's just feels natural. You're illuminated by the light of the amulet, because every time you cast a spell, it does kind of pulse and glow.
Cool.
I'm gonna ask Missile, like what they learned and how things went. And then I'm gonna try to find Cloud or Lawrence and ask them how they think we did.
Okay, like at night, or just like immediately when you get back on the ship?
Probably towards the evening, like after dinner.
Sure. Yeah, should just be like,
She's gonna tell him about the dragons, about the rebellion, about the event, blah 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 blah.
All the stuff
In
I've
a
written
Missile
down.
way. I gave him my whiskey. But that's okay. I can just take some of... Who else had whiskey? Oscar doesn't have whiskey anymore.
No, there's only us two.
and who did Oscar take all of those glass orbs, or did you guys split them up?
Oscar probably took all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've just written 3 beads that allow greater communication with the outside
Sure.
places.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. And Cloud just be like, well, we're alive, nobody's hurt, and we're on track to Meltis, so all is great, I would say.
Who, after hearing the information from the rebellion side, would you prefer to stay in a neutral position in this world? Or are you leaning toward any particular side?
It seems like they're very adamant I can't play both sides, but I've been doing that for much of my life, so I think I will get involved at the docks in Meltis and see what magic I can work to just try and profit off this as much as possible. I'm sure I can manage.
Oh, of course, yes.
With a Theronian
War
crew
is
and
very
a rebellion-looking ship, I'm sure I can pull something off.
Yes, that would be very, very profitable. War always is.
Okay.
And then I'll go to bed.
Sweet. And then, like, the dead of night, there would be a knock at your guys' door, and Cloud would open it and be like, Oscar, can I speak to you for a second?
Yeah, and Oscar will put his armor back on and his shield and hammer and just go out, yeah.
Okay. And she's like, okay, come. And she's like hurriedly walking like up the steps. And you'd be walking for quite a while, but she would take you up to like the back of the ship where, you know, the wind is in your hair and it's super dark and quiet and cold. And then would just like turn around and be looking at you as you approach.
What is it that you want? Why did you call me?
And then she would like begin like power walking towards you, and her hands would be like reaching out for your throat, but maybe just like half a meter away she would stop, and her paws would turn into these claws, and kind of from her arms like her skin is like shifting and shaping, and she's turning from Cloud into Kai, whose face is there now like in shock, and it just like collapses on his hands and knees at your feet. It's just like, Lord of the Wind, give me strength, for I'm not strong enough to stand up against the evil around me on my own. I will stumble in time and be crushed under the tides of darkness that flood around me. And then just looks up at you.
What are you doing?
What did he say?
What are you doing? What is going on?
She has invaded my mind and body.
Who has?
Shit.
I wish to take my own life purely to end hers.
Who has?
She made me come here. I meant to kill you. You have to go. Before she takes me back again. Go.
Who? Who is doing this to you?
Be straight. Go. Before I hurt you or someone else.
Oh shit. Oh,
I can feel it tugging at the edge of my consciousness now. Go. Quick.
Okay. And I'm gonna just put my hand on him and just cast Lesser Restoration and see if that does anything.
oh man.
And if that helps in any way. Then yeah, just if it helps with being charmed or something like that.
Yeah. So you do that, and he will stand up and take this deep breath, and he just looks like proud, like the Dragonborn you first met. Like he's got the broad shoulders, and he's just like super cocky and confident. He knows that he's good. And then he would just draw his sword, take his few steps backwards, grab it, point it towards himself, plunge it into his stomach,
Oh
flip-
shit.
and flip himself off the back of the ship.
Oh fuck.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? I thought it was
Damn.
Stardust. I swear to God, I was gonna follow too.
God damn it, I was too slow. Fuck.
You motherfucker.
I'm just gonna.
Because his black armor just disappears into the water immediately.
Oh my fucking god.
What the fuck?
Okay, we're not.
So I can't see him at this point. Okay.
Yeah. Like the restoration that you gave him the power to take his own life instead of having her do it for him.
Ah!
At least he went on his own accord.
Hmm.
Still.
I'm just gonna. Oscar's just gonna hold his hand to his shield and just sort of see if he can get a sense from Riox about what
Oh no,
happened.
the ship medic.
Okay, we got one. We got one.
You're getting a lot of bad vibes, but also relief. Because like you knew, you sensed something was off with him on the island, and now you're happy that it's not happy, but at least that thread is resolved now.
Yep. Okay. And Oscar's just gonna go back to bed and just pray for a little bit and pray for Kai and then go back to sleep.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, unless you guys wanted to have any more conversations, we will arrive in Melithus.
We don't know that any of this should happen.
Oscar would have explained it in the next morning.
In the morning. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
How,
next morning.
I'd like to kind of hear how Oscar does explain that situation.
Okay.
I think once it's sort of like mid-morning, I'd just I'd just get everyone back into the room. Kai is dead. He killed himself and threw himself off the ship. Here's-
What?
When?
It was last night. He was disguised as Cloud and asked for me. I don't know if anyone else heard the knocking.
I did.
But someone was taking over his mind. Eastray, I think it was. That's what he said.
The thing that was controlling the weird flesh people at the other island?
Yeah, I think so.
You said he was Cloud.
Yeah. We went to the back of the
Yeah,
ship, and then
magic.
I thought it was Cloud, but then Cloud started coming towards me, and Kai stopped himself.
Oh.
Have you told Cloud yet?
No, I'll tell next. Tell them next.
Seems like Istra has followed us, or at least her influence. Wait, how do we know it's just him? What if there's other people on the boat?
We don't, and we need to be careful because we don't know who else is out there.
All right, we need to have a safe word for everyone, because I don't want to be like, oh, I trust you, Oscar. I'm gonna walk in this dark hallway with you, you know. And then boom, it turns out there was something else.
Yeah.
Like, we need to figure out a way to distinguish everyone. Well, at least us out here.
I don't have a problem with that because I can smell you all.
How do you know? What if it can replicate everything about us?
You know, I think that because of the reliance on sight, the deceit would probably be skin deep.
I see.
I do wish that I had awoken when Kai came last night, because I guess I would have had a chance to tell. But that's my theory. My theory is that, you know, people they're deceived by looks. But I don't. Oscar, was he a changeling and not a dragonborn?
I don't know. As far as I could tell, he went from Cloud to Kai. But if there's anything more than that, I don't know.
I mean, was it an illusion that was cast over him, or was it something else? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it looked like an illusion. It looked like in that moment he broke that illusion.
Well, it wasn't like. It was like you could literally see his flesh changing from the fur to the scales. So it wasn't so much like an illusion is just like, it's kind of like an on off, you know, like a shimmer or like a.
Okay. It might have been changeling, but I don't know.
We should have killed Eastray.
I don't think we would have been able to.
Not at level 3.
I mean,
it's something we have to keep aware of at this point. And
right.
Yeah.
we watch our step, we watch where we go. And We're just careful of people like we should be anyway.
Right.
We'll be okay. And I'm gonna go and tell Captain Cloud about this as well,
Okay.
and then afterwards go back to work.
And she wouldn't say too much about it. She would just nod in understanding and just kind of have the furrowed brows and be thinking about it, how to approach this.
Yeah.
But for the rest of the trip, you guys aren't asked to fully take over your jobs. She stays firmly in command.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Okay. Now it has only been 2 hours and 8 minutes. We can do a little bit of Meltus if you want, or we can save it. Up to you guys.
I don't mind.
Rachel, how are you feeling?
Yeah, true.
I'm tired and hungry at the same time, but like not like I'm about to pass out tired.
I think it's up to Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Da, 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 da.
I'm not good
Big
at making decisions. Someone
We could always
decide
just, like,
for
buy-
me.
We could-
5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, how about I'll give you the brief of what you see as you pull into port, and then we can all debrief together, and you
Then
can,
level 5. Woo!
and then level 10 actually.
Oh,
Level 10. And then Lutheria's there and roll initiative, and then you guys win D&D.
Yeah.
We did it.
I knew it.
Amazing.
I saw that. Boy.
we'd get so swept though.
Nah.
Um,
Lily,
as
is
you kinda
everything
pull in-
okay?
Oh yeah, is Lily
Yeah.
good?
What's
Yeah,
going on?
There was a thumbs up that appeared.
Yeah, I kind of had a dizzy spell and I kind of passed out. Sorry, guys.
Oh god.
Oh
are you
Jesus,
okay?
fuck!
Yeah, my flatmate's taking care of me. I'm just kind of on the floor for the minute.
Okay.
Oh Jesus Christ!
We could just chat then and just chill
Yeah.
out for a bit.
Yeah.
You guys
Okay.
do your thing. I'm listening. It's okay.
That's
I
just-
just won't take notes.
This is the thing.
You're not listening, you know.
I'm
This is
listening.
He's too busy trying to live.
Yeah. You're trying to survive.
Oh,
Yeah, what are you doing, man? Come on.
Just live,
Okay.
yeah, like
I'll be there in a bit. I just need to,
no,
not
it's okay.
have the world.
Yeah, you're alright.
Take your time.
Yeah, you're all good.
We'll be here.
We're saving it
You're
for
the
next week.
best.
We're saving it for next week.
Okay, you know what? I want to punch something now. You know, we were so close. We were so close to having a pirate fight.
Oh my
I know. I thought I would give
God.
you the option, but you guys are like very.
diplomatic.
Not
Nice.
murder
Yeah.
hobos. The opposite.
No, I
of
think we're
murder
just.
hobos.
I think we're just scared.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm mostly
scared
just
of
like-
dying.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, there's 100 people on this ship. Oh, I see.
No,
sounds-
ship,
Like a leaf.
ship
I feel
combat
like-
is just like it's usually just you guys, your best fights their best, and then whoever wins that is enough to turn the tides of everything else.
Mhm.
I
It
mean,
just
it's,
seems like that was like, yeah, 100 people there was just like, oh man, this is definitely not gonna end up well.
I mean, I wasn't scared. I genuinely wanted to make some contact. That was my
Yeah.
main goal. Was
Yeah.
like I didn't want to go there and you know
Have a
it's
fight.
it's not like we needed
Yeah.
something. Like we weren't
No,
like strapped for food or running
Yeah.
for something or they were an
No.
identifiable
Yeah.
enemy. But
Yeah.
like this was an opportunity to make a contact.
Yeah,
and we
and
did.
I feel like if we got into combat, that would just reignite the war or whatever. So I'm glad
Yeah.
we didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The war was actually simmering down until the
Right.
battle, and
Until we came along and started killing
Yeah.
people.
So,
Yeah. It's okay. I've
they
got it. I've
slayed
got it now,
100
yeah.
men.
It's if I want you guys to fight, something has to fight you.
Good.
I mean, that works for everyone except me.
Usually
Well-
it's you're like, hey, and then everyone's like, no.
No, yeah.
Look, Argos, if you're just keen on starting something, you know, you got your back. So, you know, feel free to jump in anytime.
I'll. That's your word for everyone, by the way. So I'll assume that's what everyone else is saying too.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Jump
have to ask out of character, obviously, because this is now debrief time. What the fuck is going on with Argus? That he's got this weapon shit going on. What's going on there?
Oh, man, he's busy doing his secret thing.
stuff, man. Come
Do
on, can't reveal the tricks of the trade.
Okay,
just yet.
okay.
Too many little hints. Nighttime training montage. You're the best.
Yeah,
No, I'm not
rock-
worried about the
rock
nighttime training.
touch
It's like the summoning of weapons out of the sea. It's like, what?
Oh, right. Forgot I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, because that was
Oh.
that was like, so the first thing was you drop them into the ocean, and that was like, to me, that was the signal. Oh yeah, we're definitely talking. There's
Yeah.
no ways we're fighting. He's just chucked his weapons away. But then on the way back, you're going. The fuck?
Like magic. I've just created a perfect link with my weapons, and I can never be disarmed of them, and they'll always return to me on command.
Oh, sweet.
Aw, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's the Eldritch Knight shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of like the pack weapon stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, cool.
So
Oh,
Griffin talked to me about that, where he's gonna try that shit where he's like, hey, come on, like I'm not even armed, like chill out, like what am I gonna do? And- yeah.
Just, yo,
Hell
Griff,
yeah.
just do this, and then summon the blade straight
Well,
into
it's
their face.
yeah.
Yeah. Call an ambulance.
I'm never
But not
unarmed.
for me.
Even in jail, even if we get to put in jail, I'm still strapped.
Yeah. No, see,
That's so
that's
nice.
that was the flavor version of mine as well. Because like technically, I can't be disarmed, but I was just like, nah, I don't want actual weapons. I want like sand and like,
Sand
earth and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's technically that's my weapon.
Yeah.
Sand theme.
Man, I was gonna have Oscar actually go toe to toe with East Straight there,
That would have been
The big-
sick.
fleshy mess, but
Ugh.
Imagine
I
that.
feel like it was very, very Kai of him to give himself to save everyone else. I don't know,
Yeah.
and
Very
that
Kai
that
of him.
restoration helped kind of clear everything up for him.
Yeah. I thought it would do
There's
something.
probably a
wasn't
reason
expecting
why he
to,
went
but-
to the cleric anyway.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's
Probably
like,
exactly for
asking
that reason.
help.
Yeah.
Well, East Straight was trying to kill him because he knew what was up, kinda.
That
Shit,
means
that's
East Straight wants to
probably-
kill all of us.
There's probably like a few of the guys on the boat. I reckon we got ourselves some secret Easter egg spies,
Yep.
and it's gonna be somebody we love,
Oh god.
like the bartender.
Oh no.
Something.
Giving him ideas.
Oh
Yeah.
no, wait, who heard her voice?
Everybody.
It was me. Who else heard it?
Easter's voice.
I mean, the
Yeah.
ship's crew.
Tucker and
not
Argo.
I
necessarily.
had that note actually.
Oh yeah, I definitely fell for it as well.
It was
Yeah.
Devin,
It was
Tucker,
me
and
and Tucker.
Argus.
I know Missile passed the save, so she didn't actually hear it, which freaked her out because she should be hearing dead voices.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's why she freaked out.
So those of us who failed that save may be at risk.
Yes, and I definitely fucking did.
Nah,
like
I'm
the
a
worst of
sorry.
it all.
Oh no.
Isaac secretly sending me sabotage missions.
Roll a wisdom save.
Hey, can you make sure
Well-
you're the chef so you can fucking poison everyone?
Give everyone food poisoning.
My original plan for that encounter was actually because I don't know how many of you guys have played Curse of Strahd, but there's
Currently
the
playing it.
Oh, nice.
How far are you past the Death House? Are you through that?
Oh yeah, through that, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know how like the little kids can possess someone in the party?
Jesus.
No, because we managed to convince them to like help us.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
the kids can try and possess someone,
Mhm.
and like give them an extra like it's like an extra ideal and an extra flaw. And I was gonna try and have you straight do that to you, but I was like, maybe nah.
Fair enough.
I thought like a cool ass duel in the nighttime with a big flesh monster would
Oh
be
my
much
god,
cooler.
gosh, epic.
Yeah, that would have been. But hey, he decided to just throw himself off the ship instead.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Wait, did he was no, he wasn't with us on when we were in like the broken down ship in the middle of the forest, was he?
No.
Okay.
He was your first contact back with
Yeah.
the main ship.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Someone's
Oh,
gonna be
was
filming
he
it, I'm sorry, guys.
was he the one that we met as we were getting back to Cloudpiercer?
Yeah.
He was.
Ah.
After we got lost.
And he's
Ooh.
samurai based. He's samurai based, and he committed seppuku. So it's
Seppuku.
Yeah.
Dang. That's full circle.
Honorable man.
Circle.
But is it honorable?
Technically.
To save your friends.
Well, what would have been more
Pretty
fucked
odd.
up, seeing like Kai turn into a big flesh thing, or just
Ugh.
bloop bloop, go for a
Yeah.
swim?
No, that's definitely better. It's just more sad.
I don't know why when you say like Kai turned into a big flesh thing, I think of Zoidberg without his shell.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Less happy
Yeah.
though.
Woo.
Less hitting of things. Because don't know how that would have gone if it was just Oscar in this thing.
I reckon you had it. I reckon you could have taken it.
Yeah, you would have fucked him up.
Probably. But you never know.
Fucking just slam him to the ground.
God.
Pow slam.
Oh, all Mr. Krabs without his shell.
Oh, no,
Oh
thanks.
god.
No.
Oh, there's the cat. The cat that did it.
Yeah.
She's being a parrot at the moment. Like, thanks.
Ew! Ew! I didn't see the other foot, and it was just really uncomfortable there for a second.
Oh my god, let him!
It's like my
Spongy
Cyberpunk
boy.
character. It's crazy.
Why?
Wow.
Oh god, why? Oh no! Now that I see that, oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Fuck.
Ew!
Yeah, that dude was weird. That dude was
Oh yeah,
weird.
fucking love that. It's good character design.
Yeah.
Oh my god,